What am I drinking? The finest water. Yeah, it's just water. Okay.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear?
It's gotta be the
Let's work together and think this through.
blood on the left hand, right?
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand. But his left hand was also tied up. Then that rules out his left hand.
Not necessarily.
If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed. What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Okay, so I think it's gotta be blood on the left hand. Let me just clarify what exactly that clue is. Anyways, so, yeah.
How did Nagito stab?
Let's take a look. Yeah, so this is reflective of the strange blood splatter pattern, indicative of the fact that hand was in a fist at the time he was getting stabbed, meaning he was holding on to something. That something was the cord associated with the spear.
Let's work together and think this through.
That was very touching.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
So that is fine.
He was only able to move his left hand. But his left hand was also tied up. Then that rules out his left hand.
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand.
Yeah.
The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
I will say, I'm still somewhat worried, because the entire... all of the evidence seems to be lining up that it could have been a suicide. But we still don't have clear motive for the suicide, which is concerning me. But then also, the fact that we've narrowed down to suicide so quickly is entirely based on the fact that there's no other entrance into the warehouse. If that is ever invalidated, then we've got some questions to answer, like, very seriously. Because in that case, now you start opening up the can of worms of, like, is this a murder that someone staged to look like a suicide? But we don't have any evidence that points to having another entrance into the warehouse right now. Like, not even a hint of it. Like, my own, like, brain thinks, like, logically, all right, there's got to be a door, a window, some other way to get into the warehouse. Like, that's just how buildings are constructed. You need a certain amount of points of egress to be able to have a building that's not, like, condemned. But if there really is no other way to get in, then I guess we are on the right track. Again, we don't have any evidence that there is another way in, but it's just a difficult thing for me to believe just based on what we have at the moment.
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
I guess here's one thing worth considering. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if it is worth considering. Monokuma and Monomi can kind of just pop up wherever. I don't think it's necessary. So if someone was associated with either of them or could control either of them, that opens up a lot of possibilities. But that might be a bridge too far.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's hand doing when the blood splattered? It was gripping. It was in a fist.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail? Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Sort of.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Oh, and that, I just realized, because his hand would have gotten bloody and there would have been blood stain on the cord, that's why there's blood up over the girder. That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear was he holding on to? He was holding on to the cord.
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yep.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That would be a bridge too far for sure.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito is gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear? It's sort of Damocles style, guys.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... That's it. Could it be? Oh, hey, bro. Oh, yeah, we're doing great, I think, so far with this trial. The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was hiding the tip, or holding the tip of the cord attachment. If we put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Alright, what's this going to be? Hangman's? Logic dive. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, for sure a brutal death here. Oop, I forgot that these sort of just appear randomly. Whoa! Okay, we're fine, we're okay. Alright, where was the spear just before? It would have been above Nagito. There we go. Whoa, what are these things? Ouch. X. Oh. No! Oh, ow. Not my smoothest dive. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? It would have been the garter. So we're just going straight ahead here. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. That was close. Not my best performance. Well, actually, I've had some very bad performances on Logic Drive before. This one's actually pretty good. Alright, question 3. What item connecting both the spear and the ceiling girder? It would have been the cord. Yeah. If I understand what they're asking right here. I do. There we go. We did it.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, Logic Dive is a strange addition, for sure.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
Unlikely.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
That'd be awesome, but probably not.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
Yes.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Yes.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems too easy, though. Seems too easy.
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
Unless they were trying to make it look like a suicide.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
What's the motive, though? What's the motive?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer.
What? Why, though? Why?
His goal was to get us all executed.
Was it?
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However,
There is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Yeah.
Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
I don't know.
Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
Huh, there's something off.
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
If you have any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace. Come on. Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or?
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What else are we, what other avenue are we going to pursue, though?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
The thing is, all we need is a manner in which someone could enter the warehouse through a different means other than the front door, and that blows this whole case wide open again. That's all we need to call everything into question.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
We still need our comic book. That's right.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
And there's, you want to start counting?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. I mean, it could be the Academy file. Possibly. Gas mask and gloves. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. It could be the notebook. It's probably the Academy file. I don't know. I'm not sure what she's getting at specifically. Piece of evidence that even Nagito could not have tampered with. That's Sonia's account, maybe? What's this? No, I mean, that's just is Sonia doing stuff with the bombs. Is there anything weird in the Monokuma file? Noon. Spear. No? It's gotta be the file, right?
Crap!
No, okay, but this isn't it. A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. It relates to his death. Poison? Maybe it's the poison.
Crap!
Okay, nope, it's not the poison. Jackie, reading your mind is difficult, okay? But in that case, it's clearly the notebook.
Crap!
Nope, okay, yeah. Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. The knife? No. The duct tape, the spear, the plushie, the oil lighter. I mean, it's just a lighter. The MP3 player. The gas mask? Like, why does he have these?
Crap!
Okay. I know. She was on about this, like, random piece of trash earlier.
Crap!
Okay, it's not that. What the? Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence even he couldn't mess with. Well, we established he messed with the wounds, and the rope, and the knife, and the blood on his left hand, and the duct tape, and the spear, and the plushie, and the blood on the girder, and the panels, and the oil lamp. Sonia's account? Yeah. And there's Monokuma's account. He knew that the bombs are fake, but he never revealed that fact to anyone. That doesn't really seem terribly relevant. Yeah.
Crap!
No, okay. A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. Alright, so... Again, skipping over all the pieces of evidence he definitely did mess with. Sonia's account.
Crap!
Nope, okay. She's worried about something else. Okay, Chiaki, just tell us what it is. Is there anything... His thighs are stabbed, pillars... The blood? I mean, it could be the file, maybe.
I see!
But the file... What does the file say that's odd?
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Is it because the file doesn't state definitively, like, oh, cause of death was this? It just states a lot of different, like, injuries he sustained at the time? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Kameda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. I guess that is a somewhat suspiciously, like, passive voice in the tone there. Like, it doesn't actually definitively state that those are the cause of death, specifically. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. But that isn't that suspicious, right? And often it just kind of lists a bunch of injuries they have and doesn't go directly into saying, like, oh yeah, it was poison, by the way, guys. It was poison. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki's worried about is... What is it? What's in the Monokuma file? Hangman's Gambit. Okay. It's the cause of death. Yeah. Okay. These are, kind of crazy. Excuse... What the heck is going on? Where's an F? F. Of... I am going to die. These... Where's an A? A... This is absurd! What the heck was that? Can't go on it. Look, I know what it is. It's the cause of death. Everyone doubts me? No, that's ridiculous. What was that Hangman's Gambit? That was ridiculous.
This is my...
Yeah. What the heck was that? Okay, here we go again. Like, I don't even know how you're supposed to do that without taking a whole bunch of damage. Okay, here we go. C. Okay, that... We'll just destroy everything. Okay, Cause. Of. Where's an F? Oh, damn. Ah, quit getting destroyed, Fs! Wait, sorry, I thought we were later on. I must have skipped something. I thought we were on... Of. Apparently not. D, give me a D. D. Where's A? Thank you. T. H. Oh! That's ludicrous.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
The cause of death is pretty important generally.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
That's already spelled out.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
True.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
Could have been poison.
Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
Well, Chiako's the one who was pushing the suicide theory in the first place.
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
I'm not sure how I feel about Kazuichi echoing what I was just saying. That makes me feel like maybe I was saying something wrong.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide.
Was it a murder-suicide? Maybe? I don't
Come
know.
to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, This is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he might have underestimated us, but still.
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
Fair.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right.
Hopefully.
That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. And the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Ooh, suspended.